Good morning, everyone. As you can see, it's full-on daylight and I'm still in the tent. I didn't set my alarm on purpose because I was hoping to get a bit more sleep. And like I said last night, I don't need to do crazy miles for the next 2 days. I'm going to arrive in Bend on Saturday regardless. I've got like 38 miles to do in 2 days. And I guess if I really pushed myself, I could do it today, but that's not going to happen. Definitely not. As it happens, it was the best night's sleep I've had for at least a week. It was a really, really good night's sleep, and I'm glad I didn't set my alarm. I had a nice little sleep in this morning. I will say, though, I do miss my coffee. I do like the green tea bags that I've got. They're nice on an evening with my evening meal. But first thing on the morning, I can't wait to get some coffee again. So there is some mist and cloud around again this morning at the higher elevations. Didn't get any... Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. I didn't get any star pictures last night because it was actually quite cloudy. Didn't really see any. And I was asleep for a change. So I'm actually really pleased. I'm hoping it's going to make a bit of difference. If I can start sleeping again, it's probably going to help matters greatly. I did have the tripod there ready, but it just didn't get used. Anyway, I am going to dig some food out of the bear can and drink my lovely caffeine-free cup of tea. Oh, I can't wait to have coffee in Bend. Well, it's 8:05, folks, and it's still very overcast and cloudy today, which I'm not going to complain about because it's really, really nice and cool. But this colour is very nice to see on a cloudy day. Nice splash of it in the middle of all the green. I've only come maybe about 2 miles from camp this morning. It's quite a climb coming out, and there's a burn area that you come through, and quite a few down trees as well to negotiate. I'll tell you something, I absolutely stink. It's vile. I can't believe that I had like a shower at Shelter Cove, what, a day and a half ago, something like that. It's disgusting. I got a whiff of myself in the tent last night. Your nose kind of gets used to it and you get kind of like nose blind, but when it starts permeating that and getting through your nose blindness, you know it's bad. Oh God, I think it's definitely time for this sun hoodie to go as well. I think you could wash it about 4 times and it still wouldn't come clean or smell nice. It's done well, and I've actually really enjoyed it. It's been a really good top, but it's just the fact that I've lost so much weight and the top's stretched so much when it's been washed that it's just like a potato sack on me. So I'd like to be able to show you the mountains that are very close to me. Unfortunately, I can only show you maybe 50% of them because they're all shrouded this morning, which is a shame.
because I'm sure it'd be a pretty awesome view up there. It's been the same down to my left as well, but that finally made it to the Obsidian limited entry area, and well, if you're not sure what Obsidian is, it's this stuff. Volcanic glass, basically. And there you've got the Obsidian Falls. Extremely pretty waterfall. There you go, look, there's a real big chunk of it. Sorry, I know the camera's not focusing too well, I do apologise. Down, but it is literally just like glass. Quite heavy as well, quite dense. It's not something that you see in a lot of places at all. It takes quite specific conditions for it to form. Alright, well, I'm around mile 1976.2, and if you didn't know better, I'd forgive you for thinking that this was some sort of industrial slag heap. I'm near two peaks called Collier Cone and Little Brother, I think, and the lava flows here are just incredible. They just go on and on into the distance. See a bit more of a view up there now towards the tops of the mountains, and maybe get some sort of sense of scale with these deposits as we walk through one of them. You see it tailing off down there to my left. And you see the kind of thing you have to walk on. Oh, as he falls over a big chunk. Easily done. It is like being on another planet completely. It's crazy. So alien. It's actually really hard work as well without your poles. But you can see, even though they look very barren and bleak, they're still sustaining life, the lava fields. There's trees growing out of the deposits. I know some of those ones are dead, obviously, but there's quite a few live ones there as well. Very interesting ecosystem. I think I've got roughly a 500-foot climb, and then I've got quite a nice downhill from memory. Oh. These views though, now that they've opened up, I think that one that's still shrouded up there could possibly be South Sister, but I am not altogether certain. Oh. I need to learn, I put the camera away and straight away I get it out again. This place is immense, absolutely immense. The cloud is clearing now from that mountaintop. A very interesting pattern forming in the cloud just to the left of it there. Not sure if you'll be able to make it out, but looks almost man-made. Very cool. And then I'm probably going to have to zoom you in again, sorry, but you can probably make out the trail snaking off up the middle of that section there. That's what I've got to climb up next. And I'm sure it won't be all that fun. Well, we're out of the lava fields for now. We'll be entering more, probably today, and if not, pretty sure there'll be some tomorrow. I've got a feeling there's quite a big stretch before you hit the highway at Santiam Pass. I've got to say, it's massively impressive. Really, really impressive. Just the last vista I had when I turned round before dropping down again, it was almost endless. A sea of lava. I would imagine people that live anywhere near something like that be like, oh yeah, there's nothing special about it, but obviously being from the UK, I don't get to see things like that very often, and it's very, very novel to me. A big shout out and thank you to Anne S on Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you for your support, Anne. It's greatly appreciated, and hopefully you've found some of those tarp tent videos helpful. The dipole is doing really, really well. To be honest, a lot better than I expected. The only damage it's sustained so far is because of my clumsiness in the desert when I dropped a rock on the corner and tore the DCF. That was easily patched with some DCF tape. It's not been a problem since. And then some little chipmunk ate a tiny little hole through one of the mesh doors. So far it hasn't been a problem, but I did pick up another couple of mesh patches in, where was it? Oh, it was Ashland where I picked him up. Just for any more instances like that, but it's doing really well. I honestly thought the DCF would start failing, for want of a better word, but no, now that I'm using the Tyvek sheet underneath it as well, there's no water coming through the ground sheet anymore. The only thing is that it makes my sleeping pad slide around a tiny little bit, but it's not a big deal at all, and I'd rather that happen than have water coming in through the tent floor. So I'm still finding it occasionally a little tricky to put up. Last night I didn't quite get it right, and I mean it was fine to sleep in, don't get me wrong, and it was actually still quite sturdy, but the ridge line wasn't anywhere near as taut as it should have been. So all the time I've been using it, I'm still not proficient with it. But yeah, really pleased with it, and the space inside is incredible. I love the venting. It's a really, really cool tent. I've just climbed up the side of Yapoa crater, and it was steep. It was basically like trying to walk on oddly shaped marbles. It was really difficult. Sort of twice as much effort as usual was needed. I've found out there's a little lake in probably roughly 2 miles. I'm going to stop there, head for that, and probably stop there for lunch if it's all right. Definitely get some water from there. This landscape is absolutely bonkers. It's 2:15 p.m. guys. I've just sat and had my lunch at a little lake. It's quite nice, very windy, quite chilly. From here you can really see the extent of these lava fields and just how much ground they cover. I'm just going to sweep you around. I'm sorry it's really dark, it's really overcast. The camera's not doing too well, but hopefully you should get some idea of it. It's crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. So, you'll remember the other day I had a 22-mile water carry with a dry camp in the middle of it. I've now got another 22-mile water carry with a dry camp in the middle of it. No one's been talking about this little section. Everybody was talking about the last one. No one's mentioned this one at all. But basically, from where I am, it's roughly speaking a little under 22 miles to Santiam Pass, where I want to get off to go to Bend tomorrow. And I'd like to leave myself 10 miles or less to get there in the morning, basically because it's going to be raining tonight or today at some point, and it's pretty definitely going to be raining tomorrow as well. So I don't want to be trudging too much in the rain. That's going to mean doing another 12 miles ish now. So the good news is that it's quite a nice temperature. It's not like it was before where it's like boiling hot and I'm sweating loads. So I shouldn't be using tons and tons of water like I was before, or wanting to use tons and tons of water like I was before. So yeah, all the water I've got with me, 4.7 litres. That should be doing me until I reach the highway to go to town tomorrow morning. Well, I guess you could say that we're back in the lava fields, but I'm not quite sure myself. What do you guys think? This is just... it's balmy. It's absolutely balmy. It's so difficult to walk across as well. You certainly can't do it with any sort of speed. You just run the risk of turning an ankle so easily. As one other guy said to me earlier, it takes about 100 miles of life off your shoes. So these ones weren't doing so bad, but I think they'll probably see Oregon out, and that'll be about it after all this. I'll be ready for something else at the Washington border, I think. Oh, man. You can't even use your pearls because obviously, they get stuck and they get jammed in and they don't get traction and they slip and all sorts of things. So it's basically just good old-fashioned trying not to fall over and hurt yourself. You see there's like a monument over there, like a little building. Don't know if you'll be able to make it out or not. There's a highway over there as well. It's not the one that I'm getting off at. It's a different one. I think it's Mackenzie Pass, I think it's called. If you want to, you can get off there. But from what I've heard, it's quite a difficult hitch because there's not a great deal of traffic on that road. The much more common thing is to go where I'm going at Highway 20, Santiam Pass. Oh, goodness me. Looks like this will be going on for a while. Well, not too long ago, I was coming up down by the side. These two lumps here are two big patches of trees, and I was coming up the side of them, and then I started working my way up through this lava field, and I looked up and I looked at this cone thing here, this lump here, which seems to be the top, I think, and I said to myself, oh, there's no way the trail's going to be going up there. I wonder where it goes. And now I know the answer to that question. It goes up there. This is just so difficult. It sucks so much energy out of you. It's unbelievable. And I'm very, very glad that it's not hot, because this would be abysmal in the heat. But this strong side wind really isn't helping matters either. Keeps taking your breath away, knocking you off balance when you're already off balance. God, this has got to be the hardest one yet, easily. Evening all. Got to apologise because I've not filmed for the last couple of hours, basically because it was really, really overcast, really dark conditions, and it was raining as well, so I couldn't use the camera in the rain. I do apologise. As it happens, I was walking through two of Oregon's favourite things, lava fields and a big burn zone, so it's nothing you've not seen already. Excuse me. It is 1 minute past 8 p.m. at the moment, and I'm camped at mile 1995.2. So I have literally only just realised I'm camped next to another YouTuber, Rasheen Takes a Hike, and when I was just looking at my mileages, I just shouted something out, and I completely forgot, basically, that we're going to be crossing the 2,000 mile mark tomorrow morning, just before we hit the highway for Bend. So that is going to be pretty amazing. I think it's going to be raining, because it's kind of raining on and off now, and it's forecast to be pretty bad tomorrow, I think. So we'll see what happens with that. But I've done 30.8 miles today, which does qualify as a 30-mile day, just. So pleased with that. And it's left me with about 7 point something to get to the highway tomorrow morning. And I think it's pretty much nearly all flat and downhill. It's very easy walking. So
Can have a little lie in tomorrow morning, and then do you know, I've just seen something in the bag that's just reminded me. I said I ran out of coffee, didn't I? And I was very annoyed, and that Shelter Cove didn't have any coffee. So I've been without coffee for the last few days. I've just found, when I was getting my food out, I just found 3 sachets of coffee that were hidden at the bottom of a bag. I was quite annoyed, but at least it means I've got coffee for the morning now. So that's pleasing. I can have a really strong one. Anyway, yeah, I've got the doors closed, or one door closed on the tent. I've got the end flaps sealed up. It's the first time I've done that for probably a couple of months, to be honest with you. So yeah, rain. What a novelty, eh? Anyway, I'm going to take advantage of some internet that we've got for a change. It's the first time I've had internet at camp for probably a good week at least. So I'm going to get a few bits on Adobe Express done, get some thumbnails made, and work on some videos. Take care of yourselves, guys, and see you for 2000 tomorrow.